Hey, hello everybody. My name is Andres.
And I am JJ.
And today we're going to be discussing about video trends for 2022. So if you're interested, just keep watching.
Keep on watching.
Okay, so what we're discussing earlier is that us, as creator, we need to follow video trends, right?
Yes.
But at some point, some people, they have feel like if you follow video trends, you're not becoming like a authentic creator, but a follower, right?
Right.
What do you think about that?
I feel like it's okay to take something, be inspired by it, and go with whatever is kind of going on. I feel like that's how trends happen. And so if you kind of think of it from a point of view of being inspired, then it doesn't really matter because you're creating for yourself and what makes you feel good. And then if other people feel good and feel inspired by you, then they'll also try it. So that's kind of what I think about it. Yeah.
And one thing is, the more that you follow trends, or you just at least understand trends, then you're able to understand people and what they like, right?
Yeah.
And eventually you will come up with something that is yours. Like you modified that video trend for something that is like authentic for your content.
For yourself,
right?
yeah.
Okay, today we're gonna be talking about 3 video trends for 2022. The first one will be vertical filmmaking, short form content, and text or motion graphics over video. Do you like vertical filmmaking?
Honestly, I do. I love it now because I remember the days when like it was so taboo.
Oh my God.
To to film vertical. So now that vertical filmmaking is allowed, is that like the right word? Allowed or
I
like
think
okay?
We're used to it now.
We're used to it now. Yeah. Vertical videos are definitely a trend now because social media is consumed on your smartphone. Like everyone has a smartphone now and everyone's consuming content through your smartphone. So the best way to capture your audience attention is to make sure that you're filming in the aspect ratio that's best used for your smartphone. So what's a quick tip for people who want to film in vertical format?
So one quick tip is that not all the things that you're shooting horizontally works for vertical videos, right?
Absolutely.
So you need to think and you need to understand that you're going to be shooting vertical videos maybe for your social media platforms, and you need to shoot that way.
Right.
It will be much easier than having an horizontal video and then cropping, which is not bad,
right?
Because sometimes you can just reframe and find like different ways to show something, right? But you have to care about whatever you're showing, because although the rules for compositions are the same, you need to treat them differently.
Right.
So people these days have less attention span because we have so many things to pick up from.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That their attention is like really quick. Our attention, mine attention.
Yeah,
right?
To capture someone's attention is really challenging now. I mean,
definitely.
The average internet user's attention span is about 12 seconds, and you really have to be mindful about the type of content that you're doing. You have to make sure that you capture someone's attention right away and keep it for that 12 seconds.
But do you still think that long form content is important, or you think everything will just switch to
I think it
short form
depends,
content?
right? I think it depends on the type of content you're trying to consume. If you're looking at something that's more like a podcast or like a documentary, you don't want it to be super quick because the amount of detail that can be expanded versus like a more entertaining video, like for example, like TikTok video where something's really funny, a prank video, or like a makeup tip or something that's really, really bite-sized. You want to like consume that content, get the meat of that information, and then move on to the next video.
So what are your tips for shooting short form content?
Well, my tips for shooting short form content is it doesn't have to be professional. I think there's a misconception that it needs to like look professional or be professionally made, but nowadays a lot of people like the idea of like authenticity or real life. So like all content, you got to make sure that the things that you're sharing are of value. The only thing you have to keep in mind is making sure that you're very mindful of the short form of it. If you have something that's really important to say, how are you going to say that in 1 minute or less? What about you? What are your tips on creating short form content?
I mean, from the filmmaking side, I would say like to produce in batches, because it's so much content that you need to upload that you're just doing them like all the time and you're thinking about ideas all the time. So it can be a little overwhelming actually.
Right.
So if you produce in batches, imagine that you have like 20 ideas and you just pick a day and you try to do them all. So for trend number 3, we have motion graphics or text over video.
That's huge.
Right?
Big one. Yeah.
It's something I've noticed that it's becoming like very popular these days.
Totally.
Like just to put like some motion graphics or text or
Yeah.
even captions, because it makes your video more compelling and more
Absolutely.
engaging.
Yeah, I think so. Absolutely. Because also when you're watching on like your phone, like a lot of the times you don't have audio. Like
Yeah.
how many times have you ever like had a moment where you're like on transit or you're somewhere quiet and all of a sudden it's like this loud booming
Yeah.
sound and you're like, oh no. So I think like creators nowadays understand that human aspect of consuming content. So now there's like text in your videos and motion graphics to kind of create that like engaging part, because like people can just read and watch you.
Okay, so these are 3 video trends that
Yeah.
are happening actually in 2022, right?
Uh-huh.
They didn't start in 2022, right? The vertical video has been happening for a long
Yeah.
time, but
Just like-
now,
Coming up.
exactly, but now it feels like very natural, and it feels like everybody's
Everyone's
doing
doing
it,
it.
right? And you
Absolutely.
need to be comfortable with
Yeah.
that. I'm very excited about this. I'm waiting to see what's coming, right?
Yeah.
I'm wondering what's gonna happen.
What's the new trend that's
Yeah,
gonna happen?
I don't know.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you guys know what's gonna happen and what are the video trends that we're gonna be like seeing in the next couple of months or years.
Yeah.
So if you have thoughts about it, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. See you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.